Walt Disney once said, "We keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things, because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths." The door I'm hoping to help you open today is using the laser cutter to make a simple ornament. Most people using a laser cutter for the first time think I'm one wrong click away from making a smoke machine, and you're not alone. I felt uncertain and overwhelmed at first too, but after years of using the lasers and teaching other people to use them, I hope that by the end of this video, you'll feel comfortable setting up both the machine and the project. First, we'll turn on the chiller, the exhaust, and the laser cutter using the main switch and key. We'll open the lid because that makes the next step a little bit easier, which is putting the material flat on the bed. On the machine's screen, we'll use manual mode to allow us to use the arrows to manually move the laser head over our material. Next, switch to the auto mode, select focus, and then confirm, and the machine will autofocus to the surface of your material. With the laser prepped, we can move into Lightburn where we're going to start making our file. To import a design, we can go to File, and then Import, and then select our file. Since we don't have a file, we're just going to make one from scratch. To make a circle, we're going to go to Tools, Draw Shape, and then in the list, select Ellipse. We can click and drag while holding Control and Shift to make a perfect circle, and we're going to make two, one large circle for the ornament outline and one small circle for the hanging hole. For aesthetic reasons, we want these aligned vertically, so we'll select both circles and click the Vertical Alignment tool. To make text, we click the Text tool, then click on the canvas, and then we can start typing our text. If you need to, you can use the Selection tool to reposition the text you typed. At the top, choose your font from the dropdown. This is where you get to decide whether your ornament says Cozy Holiday or Warning Label. The Selection tool is really helpful for resizing at this point. Once again, we'll select everything and then vertically align one more time. I want the text here to be engraved, so I'll set it to a different layer by selecting it and then choosing a new color. In Lightburn, each color equals a layer, and each layer gets its own settings. We'll leave the bigger circle black, and then we'll change the color of that smaller circle. Next, I'll adjust the operation order by moving the outer circle layer to the bottom of the list. That way we cut the outline last, because it's generally best not to free your part from your material while you're still trying to engrave it. For the text layer, we'll change the mode to fill so it engraves properly. Then we can click the Preview tab to see the toolpaths the laser will follow. Ignore the red, that's just laser movement. For the text engraving, I'll set the speed to about 500 millimeters per second, the power to 35%, and then we'll adjust lines per inch to 400 for a little better clarity. For both of the cutting layers, I'll set the speed to 40 and power to 60 to make sure we have enough energy to cut through the material cleanly and that we're going slow enough for it to be effective. I would recommend experimenting with some offcuts of the material you have to identify what the best power to speed ratio is for cutting and engraving. To make sure that the design fits well within our material, we'll use that square frame icon to preview the laser's boundary on the bed. It looks a little large, so we're going to measure our material, we'll select everything, and then we'll change our design to something that'll fit in that material. Here it's about 70 millimeters. And as long as you have that lock locked, we can change one dimension and the other will update. Because math is great, but this is faster. The next thing we need to do is double check that frame and make sure it actually fits on our material. So that frame looks great. We can use the circular frame option to show the contour of our shape. Now that everything looks great, we're ready to cut. So we want to gently close the lid, and then in Lightburn, we'll click the Start button. Lightburn runs layers from top to bottom in the list, so we'll engrave first, then we're going to cut the small hole, then we'll cut our outer circle last. When the machine is done, it will be fully stopped, the laser won't be firing, which means we can open the lid and remove the part. I hope this helped and that you feel a little less apprehensive about starting your next laser cutting project. Laser cutting is useful for a wide range of products like shadow boxes, ornaments, wood inlays, and 3D puzzles. The skills also transfer well into other advanced manufacturing tools because a lot of machines boil down to the same fundamentals: setup, calibration, safe operation, and not panicking when things look too professional. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see what you make.